Bole Baba Ki Jai. I'm here with Kartari from in Italy at the Cisternino Guru Purnima celebration. And she met Babaji first in 1983 and is going to tell us some stories. Bole Baba Ki Jai.
So I want to tell a little story that I remember I always tell to the people. While I was there in Haidakhan with Babaji, every day I had the habits to go to pick him up after the karma yoga of everybody and having with him a long walk through the rivers from Gufa to up. So we had our walk every day. And then we were meeting people, and he was doing his darshan to the people, and I was there standing close to him. I was very happy, blah, 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 blah. Then one day, as usual, I was going down to pick him up and to have our walk. Then, I don't know how, there were around of him a lot of people. There were many black people, I remember, and also some other foreigners. So, they made, because, you know, the black people, there was always this little struggle that Baba, it's black, should stay with us. So I couldn't reach Baba. I couldn't come close to him.
So by that you mean the people who are wearing the black clothes from Italy?
Yes, there was, you know, in Haidakhan there was always this Italian big group of people, and the black people, Italian, and the foreigners. So sometimes there was some kind of lilas that you couldn't go too close to him. So I was trying to, like usual, to reach Babaji, and I was jumping from one stone to another stone, and I couldn't come close. I couldn't. But I even couldn't see him anymore. There was just a big wall of people, and I couldn't even see him. And even if I was very young and very jumping girl, I was jumping from one stone to the other, and I couldn't even see him. At a certain point, I was totally depressed. I said, but how is possible? This is my turn. This is the moment I spend with him, and I can't even see him. So, I was totally surrendered at that point. I really thought, but how is possible? He's maybe 2 meters from me, but I can't see him. Then I realized, I say, because yes, it's our karma bring us to the Guru, but at the same time, is his grace. Because without the grace of the Guru, we can't do anything. And then, exactly in the moment I finish this thought, the wall of the people gets open. Babaji looked at me and called me. So I realized the grace of the Guru, it's everything.
And do you have another story about maybe when you would walk with him, or?
Well, we have also many funny stories. Because, you know, every day there was some story. Another very interesting story that also I talked with Gabi from England is that at a certain point there was the check of passport in Haidakhan. The man who was coming and checking all the passport. And you know, Harigovinda didn't have any passport. So Babaji said to Harigovinda, go and hide yourself in the Gufa side. Stay there. And he left. In the afternoon, before the Karma Yoga starting, Kamalata called me and said, please, you have to go and bring some tea for Harigovinda. He's there, doesn't have anything, any food, anything. Go and take things. I go there. I said, okay, but now the Karma Yoga starts. I have to be in Karma Yoga, but you tell me I have to go to Harigovinda. So I decided to do this duty for Harigovinda, and then I was in the chai shop waiting for the big thermos filling up with the things to bring to Harigovinda. And was the moment of the Karma Yoga beginning, you know, 3:30, something like this. And I was feeling guilty because I didn't know exactly what to do. I have to help Hari Govinda, or I have to be on my part in the Karma Yoga. And I thought, well, Babaji is too early, he won't come, he won't sit. I will make it. And all of a sudden, top of the stairs, I can hear the voice of Babaji like a tiger, you know, like, whoa! I said, oh my God, what I'm going to do now? And my mind was full of stuff, what I have to do. But I'm in a duty, so I'm doing karma. You know, my mind started to. And just in a second, it was just straight in front of me. Boom! And I'm doing my duty, but... So I was completely not, how to say, I was confused, I was not in the center. And then, he really was so tough with me, but so tough. He gave me 2 little bang with a finger like this, one in one eye, one in another eye, just like this, pin, and I just blow down, boom, on the floor, in the middle of everybody in the chai shop. Because at the same time, I couldn't say I'm doing something for Hari Govinda because nobody was supposed to know that he was there. But I wanted to say I'm in Karma Yoga, so it just gave me pain for the first time, and I was just lying down there. Everybody laughing, so I was humiliated, I was crying, everything. And then I left, and I went to the Gufa side in the temple. But then I realized that everything, all the sheen, all the theater, was my mind. I made it. Because all was my projection of what was going to happen, and that happened. So it was my vision that was completely wrong. I made it by myself. And I always remember that teaching. For me, it is very good to remember that I made all things. So, now in the life, when something happens that I recognize this attitude, I always do like this to my eyes, just to wake me up.
Wonderful. Yeah. Another story you remember?
I remember another funny story. This is really for Italians. Style of life. We were down in a pyramid and in Duni, Kamalata and everybody, and we were cooking because Babaji was coming to the Duni to eat. Sometimes there was this part in the middle of the day, in the middle of the morning, I think, and so everybody, blah, blah, blah. And I was just very young, you know, I didn't have a lot of experience. And I say to the people, but listen, I have a very good olive oil from Italy. Why we don't put some olive oil in this food for Babaji? Everybody look at me, you know, these German people. Wow, what are you saying? Olive oil in the Tony for Babaji? Are you crazy? Go away. You're just young Italian girl, go away. Okay, I left. Then all the people coming down, you know, and Babaji is coming down, and everybody in the duni, and Babaji in the pot, and it was this big party. So I was outside from the small windows. I was looking inside, and it was fantastic because Babaji was mashing the things and and then he said all of a sudden, "Some olive oil, please." Sometimes I wonder, was only for my show? I mean, I'm the only one who can hear that, or everybody are listening the same things? You know, because it was too much, just too much. It was every day like this, every single day, and sometimes I was saying, Babaji, but I can be also, I feel also a little tired sometimes because it's too much to hang all day like this. For me, it was really 24 hours a day, and in this level, I think, for many of us. So it was playing a lot of things. I always had the feeling that I could do really what I wanted to do, in the sense that if I was really concentrate, it's even too much. If I was really fluid with things around of me, I could really do what I wanted to do. Because there was not the thought who was managing things, but just the energy around of me. So that gave me the possibility to really to do what I wanted to do. I was feeling very, very free. I didn't have with him never the feeling of being pushing or something, or was allowed to not allowed. I mean, not in the sense. One time I break a tooth. So in Haidakhan, and I was a little depressed, and I was little. Then he said to me, "You just hopeless, dear, hopeless lady." It was not. Then I realized my mental attitude. I was going in a depression because I had broken tooth and everything. And then I went to Kamalata, and then in the hospital of Haidakhan, I don't know how it was possible, she took me out with tooth. I don't remember how she did, she did it. And then in the night I went to the darshan, and my mental attitude was completely different than before. And that was with Baba. He could recognize immediately what I was and how I was feeling. And then immediately he was smiling and gave me a present. So every mental passages I was doing, it was confirming. Yes, right. Like Davis, you know. Yes, right. Now the mental attitude keep on going. And that's why I miss the physical form, personally. Everybody else says the same. No, for me it's not the same. Because this challenging, this being constantly in contact and speaking also about things all the time is different than just by my own.
Baba ki
Jai.
Jai. Oh, Shiva.
Hope was